Good afternoon, class. This is Vincent Mogeni taking you automotive air conditioning. And I would like, first of all, to have a recap of what we did last week. We did car filtration and heating, where we discussed about how engine cooling water from the jackets is confined to the dashboard or the car out on the left side of the driver. That is where you find the ventilation, where you can switch on when it is cold. You start having some comfort of hot air when it is very cold in the winter, or it's around July here in Kenya. You can you can you can enjoy that warmth of your engine. Now we are going to have the topic for today, and I just want to tell you that you need to remember that before you concentrate on your lesson, you mark your attendance, and you are marking it at the LMS on your gadget. Just mark the attendance. So automotive air conditioning is a system that brings comfort for the passengers and even the driver, and it uses air conditioning heat cycle that has allowed 4 important components, and these 4 components, starting with the compressor. The compressor is driven by the engine. So here we don't have electricity to drive the compressor, as it works with the domestic air conditioners that we have at home, at our offices, and even in the more advanced technology like airplanes and big hotels, the ships. But for the car, is a micro air conditioner that is engine driven. The air conditioner has a condenser which is in the front of the car, behind the radiator. We have also another component that's called a compressor. As the name suggests, the compressor compresses the refrigerant, and the refrigerant from the compressor is a hot vapor. That is why it is indicated with the lens to the condenser. Then from the condenser, it is cooled down. From the compressor, it leaves the compressor as a hot vapor. When leaving the condenser, it leaves as liquid, which has been cooled down. Then it passes through the receiver dryer, as you can see. The component which is in black, this one, I can show you. If you follow my arrow, you can see that this is the receiver dryer. It works like an accumulator. It accumulates the liquid refrigerant, and it also strains the foreign particles that could be in the refrigerant. Then from the receiver dryer, we go to evaporator through the expansion valve. The expansion valve acts as a throttling device, and this is the one that releases refrigerant in small amount to the evaporator. Evaporator is in a real life. If you open a dashboard, you are not going to see the evaporator. But the other parts that we have discussed, from the compressor, condenser, and the receiver dryer, they are the front side of the bonnet. But the expansion valve and the evaporator, they are straightened inside the car at below the dashboard. That is where the expansion device is, the expansion valve, and also the evaporator. That is something that we need to know. That the only devices that you can see, the only components of a car air conditioner that you can physically see, is the compressor, the condenser. The compressor is driven by engine timing belt. The condenser is behind the radiator, and the receiver dryer. All of them, they are visible. And also we have the charging port for low pressure, and charging port here for the high pressure. That charging port is when your car loses refrigerant. You need to add some gas. And in this case, there are 2 gases that are recommended for automotive air conditioning. There is R134A and there is a R600. Those are two. There is another one that is coming up that is called R23, but in the market, Kenyan market in South Africa, it's not readily available. But the car, most of the dashboards are the bonnets are indicated which gas you are supposed to charge your car with. Now we go to the evaporator, which is in the under the dashboard, as I've said, and we have some hot air from passengers compartment that is blown by a blower, a fan. The way that you see a fan in front of the condenser, we also have another fan at the evaporator, which is blown by heated air. You see, when when you sit in a car, your body releases some heat. Now that heat hits the air that surrounds you in the car. So for that air to cool down, it must be blown through the evaporator, so that we can now maintain low temperatures of the car. Instead of, if you have sealed your car properly, and you start breathing and dissipating heat in the car, a time will reach that car will be uncomfortable, because even the sun rays are making the car to be very hot. So that is why heat from them, as you can see, heat from the passengers compartment is directed to the evaporator for cooling. Now, that cooled air that has passed through the evaporator is the one that oozes or is ventilated inside the car, and you start feeling that cold breeze of the car air conditioner. So we have on our left hand side of our diagram, we have a key where we have high pressure vapor, and I indicated before the compressor. From the compressor outlet, we have a pinkish, something that a gas in pink, that indicates that is a vapor which is at a very high pressure and temperature. And after it has been cooled down, it will have high pressure but in liquid form. That is between the condenser, this point that I'm showing, and until to the expansion valve, which we have said is a throttle. When it is throttled inside the evaporator, now I'm on the key. The line turns blue. The line turns a light blue, which is more deep color than the one on the top. So this blue is a low pressure liquid. It's a liquid, but a very low pressure. On the top, after it is throttled inside the evaporator, it becomes a low pressure vapor, which is cold. In fact, it is cold. Even if the car was running and you touch this pipe towards the compressor again, it is cool. And sometimes you'll find that it's insulated with a special foam for insulating pipes. So that is the whole system of car air conditioning, and all the explanation are down here. The compressor is its work is in a air conditioning system is powered by the driving belt that we have discussed. The condenser, which is a device used to change high pressure refrigerant vapor to liquid. It changes the high pressure vapor to liquid. The receiver dryer, it is the one that dries the refrigerant from any moisture, and it also removes the foreign materials. Now, having covered the whole system of car air conditioning, I will leave you with an assignment whereby you are supposed to draw the electronic clutch for the compressor and explain its operation. Thank you.
Yana assignment. Sijasikia. Yana assignment.
Yes,
Unacheka?
class.
class.
Assignment:
Assignment:
draw
draw
an
an
electronic
electronic
clutch
clutch
of a
of a
compressor of
compressor
an
of
air
an
conditioner
air
of a car,
conditioner car,
and
and
then
then
explain its
explain its
operation.
operation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After drawing,
After
you
drawing, you
explain the
explain the
operation
operation
from
from
how it
how it
engages and how
engages
it
and how it
engages when the
when the
driver selects the air conditioning mode. Any
any
question?
question?
Yes, I have a question.
Yeah, ask.
Yeah, ask.
I can hear
I
you.
can hear you.
You have given us an assignment,
Yes.
and you need that assignment as a hard copy or a soft copy.
That question. I would like you to bring it
Bring it
to submit it
to
in
submit
soft
it
copy
in
and
soft copy
forward
and
it to
one day
finsetmugedi@gmail.com. I will just
I'll
find it in
just
my email and I will mark and give it back to you.
give it back.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
No other
No other
question?
question?
I hope you
I
are
hope you
okay.
are okay.
I thank you
I
for
thank you
being
for
with
being
me,
with
listening
me,
to me,
listening to
paying
me,
your
paying your
audience.
hand.
Let us meet
Let us
up
meet up
next time.
next time.
God bless you so
God bless
much.
you so much.